Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Hakeem Olajuwon cashed in $8 million off of his World Trade Center property a year before 9/11 and has made at least $100 million in real estate since. Like most other superstars of the previous generation, Hakeem Olajuwon didn't make as much as he deserved from basketball, but he found his golden touch off the court. Hakeem Olajuwon, the first pick of the 1984 draft, spent nearly all of his 18-year career with the Houston Rockets. The Dream made 12 All-Star teams and 12 All-NBA teams, won an MVP award, and was a two-time Defensive Player of the Year. Hakeem dominated the game on both ends of the court like very few in the game before or since him could. That too at the time when the league had the most numbers of its legends and future Hall of Famers. He led the Rockets to back-to-back titles in 1994 and 1995 and earned Finals MVPs on both occasions. He retired from basketball in 2002 after 18 years of dominance and establishing himself as one of the best players and arguably the best big man of all time. The most money he made, like other superstars in the league at the time, was towards the tail end of his career, which ended with a 2-year stint in Toronto with the Raptors. Olajuwon started investing his money in the housing market as soon as he retired from the league and found success in a very short time. Hakeem Olajuwon made as much money in real estate in less than 4 years as his 18-year NBA career. In fact, according to NBA.com, he began even before retiring and invested huge sums in costly properties, which surprised everyone close to him. One of his biggest investments was leasing out a property in the World Trade Center in 1998, which was the world's tallest building at the time. Hakeem sold it in 2000 for a whopping $8 million to a restaurateur. Just a year later, the tower fell down in a tragic event. Looks like the Dream understood real estate quite well. It was just the beginning of Hakeem's magic touch in real estate. The Rockets legend reportedly made $100 million from 25 properties just in and around Houston within 4 years into his retirement from the league. He is now worth more than $250 million. To put that in perspective, he made just around $110 million from his almost 2-decade-long NBA career. Excluding taxes, Hakeem credits his golden touch in the real estate business to his faith in Islam, as it is not fair to charge or pay interest according to Quran. The investors dealing with Olajuwon and he himself has been able to stay away from the hassle of loans and credits. That in disguise helped him to have the freedom of buying or selling multi-million-dollar properties whenever he wanted to. Even now he has a lot of huge properties in Houston, which he still calls his home. So, it's great to hear stories like this. I like talking about stories like this because it shows the youth, what to do with their money, how to invest, how to keep all their ducks spread out, not all in a row, not all their eggs in one basket. It teaches them that there's other things to do besides play basketball. Everyone is so focused on basketball. Yeah, basketball is very entertaining to us. We're very passionate as fans. But at the same time, these players are human. Excuse me. They have a life outside of the court. And Olajuwon showed that. Very intelligent man. And, he continues to grow. So it's sad that we have a lot of players who don't follow this format. A lot of players don't follow this. A lot of players want to stunt, not just for the gram. The gram is today, but back on when Hakeem was playing, which is not back in the day, people. Back in the day is like the 30s, 40s, the 20s, and all that. That's back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It's not the 60s. It's not the 50s, 60s, 70s. So it's not the 80s, not the 90s. That's not back in the day. But when he was playing, a lot of guys would go out, play cards, be flashy, and not. There's not a shot at Michael Jordan. Just saying that a lot of the players' priorities were different. But it's still the same. They're still stunning. They still doing what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Wow. You see how you see, dog, this is crazy. YouTube basically limited my ads for the RG3 video because I told the truth. Because RG3 agreed with me about the contracts. I told you they dirty. Dog, they limited my ads with the Shannon not so sharp thing when I exposed him when he didn't really watch Lamar. I debunked his whole thing and they basically limited my ads. They limited my ads on the RG3 agree with me and more. They limited it because I told the truth. Because RG3 agree with me. Players should get guaranteed contracts. They don't want a lot of people watching that video. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. But they let the listen Patrick Mahomes misses the point. They let that slide. But they didn't want the RG3 to slide because you know why? I told everybody to go to ESPN and watch it and stuff. They ain't like that. See, this is what they do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, y'all guys got to stop saying that nobody pays attention, nobody's listening. Oh, no, these guys are listening. These guys is listening hard, like very hard. But I'm mad as hell at that. But it's good. They monetize my other videos. But the point is, I mean, I want young players to understand this. You guys have got to learn to invest in your money and make smarter decisions. You know, don't go get a chick knocked up because the punani is great and everything. You know, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Like, wear a rubber. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you wear a rubber, make sure you keep the rubber. And you make sure that you flush it down the toilet yourself. Don't throw it in the trash can. Because they'll freeze your stuff. So they basically could get that out to somebody else. You know, that's all I'm saying. You know, you guys got to be careful. And a lot of people aren't careful anymore nowadays. But this is some BS. I tell you, boy. YouTube, you guys are full of crap. Y'all are always trying to find something to slow me down. Talking about it isn't suitable for all. No, you guys don't want black. You don't want me to break down the contracts and tell the truth about the contracts, which are, you guys duped Kyler Murray and y'all duped Aaron Rodgers. Y'all don't want to admit the truth that Deshaun Watson's getting paid the most, and then when I start talking about Lamar Jackson should get a guaranteed contract, yeah, y'all had to shut that video down. Right. But shout out to Hakeem the Dream. I feel he's the second best player of all time, and I feel he's the best center of all time. That's just me. You know, everybody else will disagree. That's fine. But I feel he's the greatest center of all time. His footwork, his ability to score around the basket from the mid-range, you know. He dominated. And everybody with this notion, Shaq would have did this. Shaq was struggling against Dikembe Mutombo and Rick Smits in the game. He was crying about fouls. So, stop it. Hakeem Prime against Shaq Prime, Hakeem would destroy him. It's not even close. So, Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if y'all love what y'all hear, y'all can go to my description box, hit that link to the Cash App. You know, that link will take you there so you can donate whatever your heart's desire. Whenever we have a live or premiere video, you guys can super chat. Now, if you guys missed the live and you watch the video later, you guys can leave a super thanks. That's the same as if you're super chatting. So thank you for listening. We out. Deezy.